Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today I got some tips so that you can go and start shooting better B-roll today. So, kicking it off with tip number one, which is going to be hold your camera steady. Now, whether that means getting a gimbal or using a stabilizer, anything that will get your lens and camera to not shake. Now, one of the really good ways to do that is to use slow motion. When you slow things down, they tend to shake less. Or another really good tip is take the camera and hold it with both hands and then put it against your body. That way you'll avoid as much shake as possible, because whenever you have shake, that's the biggest giveaway that the video is amateur, is if you have shake in the B-roll. B-roll is always supposed to be silky smooth, no shake. You can try setting it down places. You can put it on skateboards, bicycles, ropes, belts. There's so many hacks online for keeping your camera steady. It's honestly insane. Just look at some of those and it'll completely change the quality of your videos. Okay, tip number two is focus on your lighting. Now, this is a really big one. This tip is the difference between a professional YouTuber and perhaps a professional filmmaker, because professional filmmakers know about lighting. They know how to use lighting to help tell their stories and to help please and to help make the most beautiful, gorgeous cinematic. For example, look at the lighting I'm using right now. It's cloudy outside, so the light is pretty even, and I'm standing in front of a big building which is casting a shadow straight down the middle of my face, which you might not think is a good idea, but I think it looks cool. And so I use that to help me tell this sort of story. And the ways that you can use lighting is you have your phone. Your phone has a flash. Use that flash, light your subject. If the concrete's wet, you can light the concrete, make it light up like as if it's an awesome action scene in one of the movies. And really always use lighting for your benefit. If it's sunny out, try shooting into the sun, away from the sun, because variety in lighting will make a huge difference. And that's a perfect transition straight into my third point, which is have variety in your shots. Now, what I mean by that is don't just shoot at the same focal length. Don't just shoot wide angle, or don't just shoot close up. Make sure you have stuff in the middle. And if you can't afford expensive lenses for all those focal lengths, just get a lens, just get a universal zoom. For example, this is shot on 24 to 105, which means that you get all of these focal lengths. You get 24, 35, 50, 85, 100. I can shoot at all of those focal lengths and get such a big variety of shots for such a good price. If you don't have an option for such an expensive lens, use your kit lens. 18 to 55 on any Rebel camera, it's the same deal. If you're shooting on your iPhone, use the 4K, zoom into the footage. There's so much room to have variety. All right, my point number four is to have a theme and a subject throughout your B-roll. Let me give an example of this. This is something I've been suffering from a lot, especially when I was starting out, and even recently, is I would go on an epic vacation, I'd shoot all these epic shots, and then I'd put it all into a montage. And the problem is it would be like 15 seconds of epic rush field B-roll of tall buildings and people and movement, and then it would suddenly, just like that, with the same music, switch over to epic B-roll of the beach and palm trees and beautiful waters and mountains. And it just throws you off. When you watch it, it throws your audience off. It doesn't feel good to watch clips that do this. So make sure that you don't do this mistake. Have a theme and have a subject. What I mean by having a subject is, let's say that I went here with a friend, which I didn't, but if I did, I could shoot that friend walking through the city. I could shoot a little bit of city, shoot more of them. And a really good way to make an audience feel something is show another person with a facial expression. For example, if I wanted to show off the magnitude of these buildings, I could shoot somebody looking at the building with an amazed and a stunned face expression looking at the building, and that will let the whole audience that's watching just know how giant the building really is. So that was the fourth tip, is focus on a theme, and if you can, find a subject. Number five, the final tip, is don't forget that video isn't everything. In fact, sound matters way more than you could ever think. Have sound effects, have small whooshes and pams and birds and winds. Make sure the music matches perfectly with the B-roll, because your B-roll, your video, should be an extension of the music to feel natural. And if your music matches perfectly and you have all the whooshes and the pams and the birds and the beach sounds all in the right spot, it will feel incredible. It will feel immersive. Now, remember that your goal with this is that even if somebody's watching it on their iPhone, you want them to feel like they're there, experiencing what you want them to experience. You can download sound effects from YouTube using MP3 converters, and you can have pretty much any sound effect you can imagine in this world. I use Epidemic Sound. I have a subscription. It's $10 a month, and they let me find, pick, and download my music use it so that I don't get copyrighted, and that's what I do because I love how easy it is to find exactly what I'm looking for. So I use Epidemic. You can use YouTube. There's plenty of free tracks you can download. All right, that's it for this video, and if you learned something new, make sure you hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.
We just need some room to breathe. We got